Hey everyone!
I'm Caz.
And I'm Holly, and welcome to episode 2 of the Wine and Wine podcast.
A series of unfortunate events. But firstly, thank you everybody for the shout outs, the loves, the reposts, whatever
Everything.
you've done. Truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just thanks even for watching last week. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
Oh yeah.
The audio was a bit dodgy. We understand. There's a story behind that, but we did invest in some new mics.
We've invested in some new mics, so we might be a little bit more crispy this week. And
So,
during the future.
hopefully.
Mm.
Hope so.
I'm sure we do.
Yes.
They can really hear us.
That's right. So don't cough.
I really got to try not to cough. Sorry, everyone.
But this week, it's Holly's wine this week.
Yes, wine of the week is the Castello Moscato. It's just a very easy drink. Mum doesn't really like it. It's a little bit sweet. But that's why I drink it, because it's just easy to drink. It's easy peasy.
Cheers to episode 2.
Yes. The silence.
It is sweet.
Yeah, it's a little bit sparkly as well.
I don't like it. It's all good. Lovely.
Your
lovely
choice.
drop.
Your choice next week.
Thank you. Yes, we will do tag teams and we'll see what happens. You never know, we might.
Or please just give us a recommendation.
Yes, exactly right. Okie dokie. So, wine, the other wine. I'll say whinge just so that we don't get too confused.
Yeah.
But the other wine of the week. My wine of the week relates to wine because every single time I have a glass of wine or whatever it is, sparkling, doesn't matter what it is, but no word of a lie. Every single time I have it, and it's the first glass I pour, by the way. A fly. It always goes in my mind. It's not that funny. But
She's just unlucky.
that's right. And I'm laughing because I can picture my husband just cacking in the background because he always does, and he just goes.
But it could be like my wine could be next to Mum's, or
yes, exactly.
anyone's drink could be right there, and
No,
it just
always
goes in Mum's. And
mine.
it's like, okay, sure.
So yes, get lost flies, leave my drink alone. I should invent something.
Yeah.
I'll invent a little cover or something.
Yeah, because sometimes you put like a little napkin on it.
Yeah, or a coaster. Normally I put a coaster over the top.
Yeah.
To prevent that. But
Yeah. Well, my wine is apparently people know about this apart from me, but when you go to a park to use the barbecues, yeah.
Yes.
And I was there for my birthday with my friends, and you're like, oh, we're going to do a sausage sizzle and it'll be really good and blah, 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 blah. Obviously tested the barbecue before we used it to make sure it actually worked. Good, works great. Took us
lucky.
2 hours to cook 8 sausages. The onions didn't even cook. We just gave up on those. And yeah.
Come on, La Bolsa. No.
I know. But yeah, that's my one. It was that it took us 2 hours and I was very hungry.
Oh, the barbecues.
Such a shame. Yeah, was not happy with that one.
No.
That's all right.
And I think a lot of people would relate to that.
Yeah.
Especially for anyone with kids. Are the snags ready yet? Nope.
No.
Come back. Just keep playing.
Just keep playing.
Come back in a couple of hours.
Yeah. So I'll be doing that again.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. That's
so, a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
So mine, well, firstly, isn't it so, I find it so weird that bad things always happen in threes. So, like everyone would be, okay, my dishwasher's broken. Oh, damn it, the garage door's not working. Things happen in threes.
Yeah.
So, but my 3, it's quite funny actually now looking back. But at the time it was quite distressful. But we were in Hamilton Island and we hired a boat and we were in Early Beach.
Mm.
We've all gone out for dinner. Hubby had to go back to the boat to get something. So off he goes, and little did we know, he's tripped over and fallen in the water with his phone in his pocket. And he actually, that would have been a really cool thing to video, but no one was, he was on his own. But we were at the restaurant going, where the hell is he?
Taking him
it's
so
taking
long?
so long. Anyway, he comes back in a different outfit that none of us noticed.
Yeah.
And he's going, like, I've been gone, and he's all upset. He said, I've been gone for ages, and no one even comes to see if I'm okay. And I said, well, how do we know? Like, well, what happened? And he goes, I fell in, and I couldn't get out because he couldn't climb, because there's nothing to climb out of the water. Anyway, the oysters on the bottom and stuff.
Mm.
And he goes, oh, I've lost my phone, because obviously my phone was in my pocket, so it's completely died. I'm like, no way. Oh, no. So then we're down to 3 phones.
Yeah.
The 2 big kids and myself had phones. Anyway, the next day, we're out on the water, blah, blah. Campbell goes to put his phone on charge, plugs it in, bang, just dead. So that's...
Yeah, just gave up.
Didn't charge, didn't turn on, just totally lost.
Mm.
So that's 2 phones gone. The next day, or might have been 2 days after that, we've got in the little, what do you call it? Sorry, skiff thing, whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The little boat that you get with the bigger boat to take it.
The tender.
The tender.
Mm.
But it was just a little blow up, tinny thing. Anyways, we go out on that and we went to this little island and had a little swim and whatnot. Pack everything up. I thought I put my phone in the bag, and we get back to the boat. I get into the boat. Andrew passes me the bag, and I hear this splash. And I'm screaming. Literally, I'm screaming because I'm the one that takes all the photos. I'm the one with the family photos on my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm going, Campbell, dive in, dive in.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're in water that's like 20 metres deep, and she's like, Campbell, get in the water. Go get my phone.
Get my phone.
And then she's like, it's done. Oh.
Oops. Just cut that in. And he's like, get in it. I'm just saying, get in and get it. And Campbell's like, it's black. Like, what if there's a shark down there? Anyway, so then I looked in the bag, and it was in a nice zippered compartment. So no, it was not lost, but technically
Something fell in. We just don't know
so
what.
yeah, we did lose something, and to this day we don't know what it was.
Obviously, it wasn't that important.
No, but that was my 3 things, my 3 unfortunate events in one holiday.
Yeah.
Back, like, super close together. After that, well, I think we had a pretty okay time.
Yeah.
And I've got photos, so that's good.
Yeah. It was a good trip.
No, it was very fun.
It was good. It just started off a bit rocky.
A bit unfortunate.
A little bit. Yes.
What about your 3? What's your 3?
We're also going back in time a little bit. Back to my first, maybe second year of uni, when I lived in my uni housing home thing. And I had 4 other roommates with me. First one was obviously, like, when you're renting somewhere, you have to keep it, you know, top notch. You have to keep it clean and make sure the foundation's all good and whatever, so you can get your bond back.
Marks on the walls.
Yeah, don't put marks on the walls, like, don't rip the paint off, you know the drill.
Normal rental.
And yeah, so one day the wind decided to...
The wind?
It was literally the wind, because our apartment was just a tunnel. It was just this door here on this side of the apartment, and then my window, and then my roommate's window. So the wind is just a tunnel through there. Swings my door open, and they're pretty, like, decently heavy doors, and it has a big lock on the back. Swings it open, and it's like, doosh, right into the wall. And so there was a big hole in the wall. So that was one thing. This all happened within about a month-ish. Second
How did you
thing,
fix it? Did you just, like, cover it up or something?
Yeah, I had a poster over it for a little while. Or when they came in to do an inspection, I just kept the door open, and they just didn't check. They literally just didn't check. So
someone's going to come knocking on our door.
yeah. Oh well.
Whoops.
I'm sure they fixed it by now. And then next thing was I had an air fryer and a bit of a silly roommate, and the air fryer wasn't kept very clean. unfortunately. But like when you're living with 5 people, like, you know, what do you expect? We don't have an oven or anything in this place. We have a dodgy stovetop. And obviously a bunch of lazy uni students that don't want to actually have to cook, so they just put things in the air fryer. So naturally it's going to get dirty. And
Could be clean, but whatever.
yeah, but when no one yeah, anyways. So he decides to cook without like lining the trays, and he was cooking like pork, something like that, some sort of meat, and the
Dripping
juices are dripping down, and so it just caught on fire, like on the inside, caught on fire in the corner. But it's okay because it still works, and he lost his rights to use the air fryer that day, which I think is fair enough.
Should have made him scrub it clean.
I know. Yeah. Oh well. And then the third thing in that place was we had a dodgy little blender that no one actually used. I don't know why this ended up happening, but it sat on top of the fridge always. Like it never moved because it doesn't work. But then one night, I don't know who did it, they decided to plug it in one of the kitchen outlets, turned it on, and then the whole place just blacked out. Just our apartment, just fully blacked out.
Mm.
And yeah, we had no power, and it was nighttime. And it took a few hours to get the power back on because obviously there's no building managers or anything on, so we had to call one of the RLs, and then they had to try and sort it out. But eventually we got our power back. But yes, that was.
Have you still got? Why did you check the blender out after that?
No, I still think it's there.
Oh my god!
It's like a little. It's just a memory.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
get rid of it.
No.
You'll have to check in and see if it's still there.
I will have to check in and see if it's still there. I hope it's still there. That's
so
funny.
it can happen again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it to someone else.
Yeah. All right. Now you have to tell the most recent thing that's happened though.
Which one?
The one with Curtis.
Oh.
You have to do it. I know some people have heard, but for people who haven't heard, like this is actually just unfortunate.
You're lucky I'm still here. Like I haven't gone loco or something.
Yeah.
So I get. Oh, so I was pestering Curtis because he had to have some homework due in. So I wanted to check his homework, and I kept asking for a couple of days. He wouldn't get his laptop out. So finally, I put my foot down. Come on, show me your get your laptop out. I need to see this homework. And he opens his laptop, and it's all smashed in the corner and the screen and everything. I'm like, what have you done? And he's just like, it wasn't me, of course. But a kid ran into him, apparently, and he dropped the laptop. So I had to send it off to see if they can get it repaired. But in the meantime, I was at work, and I get a phone call. So it's only a couple of days later. I get a phone call from the school. Oh, Curtis has been involved in just a little incident. Just so that you're aware that he was just, probably rushing, grabbed his school bag off the bag rack. It's bumped another school bag that's then fallen onto the ground with a laptop in it and has smashed that laptop. 2 laptops smashed in a couple of days. I'm like, seriously, mate, calm down. Like, what's going on? Anyway, about
poor
2 days. Poor Curtis. No, not poor Curtis. A couple of days after that, again, I get another phone call from the school. I should block their number, shouldn't I? No,
yes.
I get another phone call from the nurse this time. I've got Curtis here in the sick bay. He's ran into a wall and knocked his front teeth, like chipped his 2 front teeth pretty much all the way up. And I'm like, what? So apparently he left class to go to the bathroom with a mate, which we say you're not allowed to do, shouldn't be doing. You go to the bathroom in the break times, but whatever. Off he goes. And then they decide to race back. And then there's concrete stairs. He's running up the stairs and he's gone around the corner and not looked.
He's like swung him, like he's holding onto the rail and like swung himself around.
Because it's like a circle or whatever.
And apparently he didn't know there was a wall there. Or
No,
he didn't know that it was like coming up that quickly.
No, he would have turned back to look to see where his mate was.
Yeah, and then just
went bang. And so then, stop everything. I have to go and pick him up and take him to the dentist. It was very bad. And he nearly lost his tooth, one of the teeth.
He's pretty lucky.
Super duper lucky that he was okay and we saved the tooth. But now he has 2 fake front teeth, pretty much. Woo! But yeah, that was my other 3. Kind of worse, unfortunate.
The poor kid, though, I started to feel a little bit sorry for him because I picked him up from school one day and he just comes, he's like walking really slowly to the car. I was like, what's going on? And he goes, I'm going to get in so much trouble. I was like, oh, Gertie. Anyway, and then he told me what happened. I was like, oh, no. Like, it's just so unlucky.
It is. Well, the laptops were. They were unlucky.
They were unlucky. The third one was just stupid, like boys being boys, because Campbell's done the same thing.
Oh, so yeah, Campbell did the exact same thing at school, by the way. At school, playing chasey or something, but he was hiding with a friend, and the friend jumped up in front of him. So the friend was hiding here, and he's jumped up and smacked Campbell in the face, obviously with his head. Yeah. Knocked his tooth out, broke his nose, but we didn't know that at the time. And so then same thing, rushed to the dentist, get that fixed. And then a few months later, jumping on the trampoline, mate pushes him over, hits his face on the metal part of the trampoline, knocks the same tooth out, but worse. So yeah, so both the boys, fake front, at least one.
Actually, this has just reminded me. I have another big 3 things, but it's related to Campbell. All of my major injuries have been related to him. Yes. And I've got 3. These are obviously spread apart, but it's still 3.
And it's all
Campbell's fault. I was... The very first one was we were playing tag, and
would have been
I was obviously it, because I was running out with my hand like this, like an idiot. And he runs at me, just runs directly at me, and I've got my hand like dead straight out in front of me, and he just runs into it, snaps my wrist.
Yes.
And then second one was... I was riding down at Dad's house. We used to have a really, really steep driveway. And at the end of the driveway, there's a little lip. And so I was on my scooter. And then Campbell has a rugby ball in his hand and he does like a dummy pass. And I thought he was going to actually throw it at me while I'm going full speed down the driveway. So I put my foot down. But I've hit the lip with the front of with the first wheel of the scooter. And I go over the handlebars, face first, into the road. And end up with a concussion. Like I had like split lip, all like bruising here. And I remember when I woke up, I was like sitting in my bed and Campbell's right here next to me and he's looking at me as if I was dead. He's like, he's like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea what I don't really remember. This is just what people have told me about what's happened. But
that's pretty scary.
Yeah, it was scary. Poor Campbell. But not really poor Campbell.
No, it was his fault.
And then the last one, this was it wasn't as bad, but we were at school. I don't even know what I did to antagonize. Like, I don't remember what I did, but he comes up to me and he just grabs my shoulders and knees me in my coccyx. And I couldn't sit down. We were about to go somewhere and we were on a plane. I was like, oh, it was so sore. Anyway, so thanks, Campbell. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
For my injuries.
Thank you. Oh my God, I didn't know about the last one. I don't remember the last one.
Yeah, no, I don't even know why. Like, I actually don't know why he did it, but...
Oh, that's crazy.
That's okay, I guess.
No. Well, at least you survived. That's the main thing. But there you go. Yeah. So bad things always happen in 3s.
Yeah. Or you just have a brother.
Yeah, or a crazy brother.
2 crazy brothers.
Oh, yes, yeah. 2 crazy sons.
Yeah.
Weird. So... But yeah, so yes, send us in anything like that's happened to you.
If you've had anything happen in 3s.
Yeah, that's full on. But next week, stay tuned. Next week we're both super excited. Probably more so Holly than me because I get a bit freaked out. But next week is going to be about ghosts. Ghost stories, real life ghosts. Experiences, whatever.
Yes. Just to give you a little... Just like dip your toe in a little bit. I use Ouija boards.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a little...
Against my wishes.
Yes. Mum has had to sage the house a few times because of me. But we'll save it for next week. It's actually very interesting and I'm very excited to tell all my stories because I don't think I've told Mum everything yet either.
I'm sure she hasn't because half the time I don't want to know.
She doesn't want to hear it. She just walks away.
Because it's going to bring something into my house. I think there's something here already.
Yeah, but we'll tell you about that.
Yes, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, follow, all the good things.
Yes. I'll link the Instagram as well because I'll post little sneak peeks of next week as well before it comes out.
Hope. But thank you again. Enjoy your week and we'll see you all next week.
See you next week. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's one. ASMR. You're not my